Oh, you don't need a lot of that. That's why they're so big.
They are big.
Why 3090s are way bigger.
So today we're supposed to talk about why the hell we're in Buffalo. No hell, really, but why are we in Buffalo? Or what we doing here, Mon?
Okay. Not in Jamaica.
We're not in Jamaica. No. Definitely doesn't feel like Jamaica today. Was it 30 degrees?
It's currently 39 degrees.
Oh, it's heating up.
Yeah, the snow's melting.
Yeah, a little bit of snow we got yesterday. All of an inch.
Not even.
Yeah.
Unlike any
was a
not
joke.
grass surface, they just melted.
I hear in the southern tier they were supposed to get a foot though,
Yeah, but
which
did
is
they?
normal. I don't know.
I saw a couple cars with a few inches on them.
Yeah, I did see cars with snow on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they must have been south of us.
They came
Well, the
from
one was
somewhere.
coming from the north, actually.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
that's one of the things we get to appreciate in Buffalo is snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around this time of year till, well, you never know.
April.
Sometimes it snows in April, but not
May?
so much.
No,
It's possible.
It snowed in May this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's possible, but it's kind of rare. But yeah, it does stay cold. So,
So for those that are unaware, Buffalo happens to have a pretty strong discrepancy between the seasons. Like you actually notice a difference. Some areas it's kind of mild all year round, more or less. You know, we don't quite get like negative 40 or something like that, but we get rather cold temperatures, well below freezing, and we also get quite warm temperatures. Like 90 plus Fahrenheit, 30 something Celsius.
yeah,
So we get pretty much the whole spectrum.
yeah, it's kind of neat.
That's somewhat unusual, it seems.
You got to have a good stock of clothes, that's for sure. You got
Well, that's true.
you basically have what you'd call layers most of the time.
Layers.
Yeah, layers. Yeah, you start with a t-shirt, and then okay, that's summer, and then now next you put a shirt over your t-shirt for fall. Right, and then
Well, maybe.
winter you need like a goddamn parka with gloves if you're
Yeah.
gonna be outside for any amount of time. You know,
Gloves do become a necessity
yeah,
once
especially
it's
if
like
you got to
6.
clean the driveway from snow or something. Yeah.
Well,
Well, you
people
can-
always think that we get like 8 million feet of snow over here. It's not really
Well,
the
a lot
case.
of places get a lot more. We just happen to make the news. I think.
Only once in a while. Yeah, it's not like there's always snow. There's no snow
Yeah.
out there right now. Maybe a light dusting.
We probably hold some records, though, but
Maybe.
But I know there's a lot of places in the country that probably hold records, though, too. I don't know.
The other thing is it's usually pretty narrow band who gets a lot of snow. So it's not like the whole region just gets blanketed.
Yeah.
Just like one spot.
Yeah, the upper Midwest gets hammered sometimes, too.
well, yeah,
big
they
time.
do too.
I don't know if they ever got 5 feet in a day or 6 feet like that one.
Or they probably did.
Yeah, well, you gotta have a lake. I think you gotta have a lake to get that. That was
Well-
lake effect hardcore.
Well, they do have like
You know,
some
that cold air had to come over
Ohio.
some serious water to drop that much snow.
Well, yeah,
You know,
the Great
in a
Lakes,
day.
all the Great Lakes regions.
yeah.
We get big differences in snowfall from area to area. You could go 10 miles away and have feet difference in snow.
Yeah, in ski country,
It's
like
huge.
30 miles south of us, that's where all the ski slopes are. They're the ones that always get hammered.
Yeah.
which is why they ski there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
before we moved to this building, we were like on the line of the southern tier.
Yeah,
Remember, so we would get like
Right.
just the edge
Yeah, which
of
was
like
bad
a
enough.
lot of snow. So as you're driving home, it's getting, less and less.
You're looking at mailboxes to
Yeah.
tell where the street is. It's so bad. At night, it's brutal.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah.
and that's only like 7 miles south.
Really, we're talking about worst case scenarios. For the most part, it's winter is usually fairly sunny, and it's just cold.
Cold and windy.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of snowfall, there's 3 to 5 days out of the year where you actually get enough snowfall that it's inconvenient.
Yeah,
Usually it's not crippling.
we're
It's not
talking
an
like a
issue at
foot or
all.
more.
Yeah.
For us, 3
yeah.
inches is not inconvenient. That's nothing. That's just
Even
matter.
even a foot's like,
yeah.
eh.
Yeah, right.
I'm not even gonna like in the morning.
Yeah,
just
you could drive through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but otherwise, I mean, it's not bad. The winters are nice. The cool thing about the winters that you don't get in the south is it kills all the bugs.
Yeah.
Everything resets outdoors.
Yeah. It takes months after a winter before you start seeing any bugs and stuff outside.
Yeah, the
It's only,
flies.
only when you
They're
get a
gone.
warm summer for a long time,
Yeah.
then you start seeing the bugs and stuff really coming back in full force. But a lot of areas where it's warm all year round, it's just a bug factor.
Yeah, right.
You're always
Yeah.
getting attacked when you go outside. None of that. You got to lay on the lawn here, and you don't got like ants that.
Yeah,
murder
we don't
you.
have fire ants. I don't think they'd like it down up here.
Right.
No, they would not. Well, most things probably don't.
Then again, it's getting kind of cooler in a lot of places. Like I know North Carolina, where some family lives.
Yeah.
It gets cold there too.
Yeah,
It's 30
it's
there
more
today.
sporadic though. It's
Yeah.
not consistent.
It's not consistent, but it was the same. My sister actually texted me today, and she said it was the same temperature there as it was here. So, in fact, I think the whole damn country's kind of cold today. So,
That happens. But usually when we get cold, it just kind of stays cold for months.
Yeah.
It's our proximity to Canada. We could
Yeah,
go right
that's
across the
what it
border
is.
in what, 10, 15 minutes from here? Well, we
Maybe
can't
more
now.
than that.
Yeah.
And
We
no,
can't right
can't.
now. No one's crossing the border right now. But,
Yep.
but yeah,
It's a little further.
all
than
that cold air comes from the Great White North and comes down on us.
Yes. Well, it all depends on the jet stream. Because some years we luck out and it misses us.
Yeah, but why are we here? We missed the whole damn topic here. We're supposed to talk about why we're here. I was born here,
Me too.
and I just never moved. Yeah, and of course.
Oddly enough, I was as
Since you,
well.
guys, since you guys weren't hatched, you were also born here too. Yeah.
Well, you could be hatched and still born here.
Well, that's true. I don't know. I always wonder why the birds live here. They can fly.
Well, why do they
What are
come?
you
Why,
doing
yeah,
here?
why do they come back? Is the question.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's a good question.
They do fly
Yeah, that's
south,
true.
but they still come
Yeah.
back.
It's probably too hot for them down
Well,
there.
maybe.
I don't know how far south they go. Just enough so it's not too cold.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know who tracks this stuff. Bird watchers.
Maybe.
But how do you really answer that? Because
Yeah. Well,
the vast majority of people don't really pick where they're born. It's typically not something you have a lot of influence over, right?
I guess if you if you look at it from the standpoint of if you were going to go somewhere else to live, where would you go?
Well, yeah.
And I've looked at it that way for a number of years, and I've tried all different. I've not been a ton of places, but been to enough of the country to know that it's all pretty much the same. There's stores, there's roads, there's cars,
Usually,
and there's people.
Well, yeah.
you know, and it's pretty much the same. I mean, even you think about it, we do Germany every year in Munich. I wouldn't want to live there. It's a cool place to visit, but I don't think I'd want to live there.
Well, it's quite different.
You know?
Well, you're used to America.
Yeah,
it's incredibly different.
Yeah.
very diverse here.
Yeah.
Buffalo does have a lot of different. There's all kinds of nationalities that grew up here, along with my parents. Polish came here, the Germans came here. We have a lot of variety of people in this one.
I don't know where you were going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I was just saying it's a cool place
okay.
because there's a lot of people here, of all ethnic origins, and so it's diverse and everyone's friendly though. I mean, everyone you walk around here
For the
right?
most part.
Yeah, I mean,
There's people that aren't, but
Well, that goes for everywhere.
you get
but-
that everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for the most part, I mean, the Buffalonians, they'll help you out. You know.
Yeah.
We talk about all this snow. You get stuck somewhere, you get stranded. There's always somebody. There's always a group of people that are going to come out and help you out. And
Yep.
I kind of like the snow. A lot of people just seem to think it's a nuisance and it's terrible and gets in the way. And that seems to be the case everywhere. It seems like everywhere you go, if they don't have a thing, they think it's amazing. Or if they have a thing, they hate it. Right? Like places that are really dry and they don't get rain, they think rain's this miracle. Right? But places that get snow, a lot of times they hate snow. And if people haven't seen snow, they think it's this amazing, wondrous thing, and why wouldn't you love it? But I tend to think overall that snow's a little bit exciting. It's nice to have a difference in the seasons. It's nice to have discrete seasons where you could tell summer is different from your winter. It's not like, oh, it's 20 degrees cooler, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is relatively a minor difference. You could still walk around outside all day in a considerable portion of the U.S. in the middle of the winter. And around
as
here,
long as the sun's out, it's not so bad.
well,
And it ain't crazy windy.
there's a few months where most people would disagree with you on that one.
Well,
Walking
sure.
around when
Oh,
it's
there's
near
times.
freezing and windy is not pleasant.
I think most of the people that live around here, sooner or later, at some point in the winter, wind up going to Miami or South in Florida, or go to Disney down.
Well, it's easy enough to do
Yeah, right.
most of the time.
Yeah, it's direct flight from
Yeah,
here. Big
right.
deal, right? You're there in 3.5 hours, and
2.5 hours.
it goes from
It's like 2:15.
it goes from sub-zero temperatures to walk around in t-shirts and 80 degrees. So
Well, maybe
pretty-
not.
yeah, I
Maybe
guess.
not 80 in the winter.
pretty
Depends
cool.
where you're
Pretty
going.
cool to do that in 3.5 hours, though.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, but I agree with him though. I do appreciate the changes in the seasons, don't you? It's neat. I think it'd be boring if it was always the same.
I guess. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because like we went to the Dominican, and it was like
Yeah.
the same every day.
Yeah,
And it's like literally exactly.
Yeah, it's like-
And it's like the variance to like the winter is like 3 degrees.
yeah.
So it's like literally every day you wake up and it's
Aruba was
exactly
like
the
that
same
too.
thing.
Yeah, it was just like
So
80 every
it did
day.
get kind of boring.
It seems, although when you're there, it seems pretty friggin' nice.
Yeah. Well,
As
you're
an
only there for like a
outsider.
week though.
Yeah, right.
But if you look at the locals, that's the thing I found interesting. The locals in places like the Dominican, they universally seem to think that the weather's just normal weather every day. There's nothing special about it.
Right.
It doesn't matter it's nice outside. To them, it's meaningless because it's always nice outside. And so that kind of makes it not nice in their view. It's just a normal everyday day. So there's nothing exciting. Whereas for us, if we have a long span where it's wintry and cold, the summer then tends to be more appreciated than a lot of other areas. Like here, especially, a great deal of people get real enthusiastic about the summer and they try to take advantage of it because we only have like a 1 to 3 month long summer depending on the year,
Yeah.
where it's actually like hot outside.
Well, that is true. Because like as soon as it's like 40 degrees or more, people are like rolling down windows in cars and
right.
Yeah, we're
riding
really-
motorcycles. It's like
Yeah.
just one sporadic day. Like one time it was like 50 in like January, and like there's motorcycles out and everything.
Yeah.
So people are ready to switch it up at any point.
Yeah, the cooler air is kind of nice. It's refreshing. Makes you feel alive. It's more than just weather there, though. Here we got to talk about the food. We got a lot of food here. We got stuff that's
That's
unique
true.
to Buffalo. This is
Chicken
where
wings?
This is where the chicken wing was
Yeah.
invented.
I get chicken wings
They
all
didn't
the
really
time.
invent it, but you know what I mean.
Popularized.
They learned to deep fry them.
Though. Yeah, but
Before
whenever
that, they threw them out.
Yeah.
for the most part, whenever I go somewhere, I try to get chicken wings, and you like complaining about that for some reason. But
Well, you
usually
can't have them every day, but yeah.
they got pretty good wings in a lot of places. So
Yeah.
to say that we invented wings, that doesn't seem to make a difference.
I don't know.
There's a lot of
number-
places that got good wings.
No way, man. I've been in a number of areas where they can't make the wing. It's too.
Okay.
It's always
So
soggy.
far to date, the
not
best wings
crisp.
I've ever had were in Boston.
Yeah. Well, maybe Boston's got it figured out, but you probably got some New Yorkers living over there.
Well, it isn't exactly rocket science.
It's not that crazy of a concept. Once
No.
you figure it out, it's
They never
Pretty
get. You know
obvious.
what the problem is? They never have the oil's not hot enough.
Well, it's soggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody does it crispy.
You got to get it just to the point where that oil's about to flame up, and then throw the wings in there.
these were actually baked.
Oh,
that's
well,
a whole
that's
different
cheating.
It was a dry
yeah.
rub baked, real
Yeah,
delicious.
baked wings could be good.
Yeah.
But not only that, we got what else?
Beef on whack.
Yeah, beef on weck. Yeah, which I don't think that's anywhere. You don't see
I
it
don't know.
anywhere.
I don't know.
The weck roll is like a salted top. The bun is salted with like a rocky salt, and you put roast beef
beef.
carved up on it, and horseradish, which we usually have in Buffalo. We have fresh horseradish. It's ground root. And we have a place here called the Broadway Market, which you guys have been to. It's popular for Easter time.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there grinding the horseradish roots, making it, and they got a fan blowing because I think the person grinding it would be crying if they,
Yeah,
they
well,
didn't have that fan.
it's
blow.
like cutting onions
so
all
it's
day.
blowing a smell on people in line to get it right. It's like wicked strong. That stuff, fresh horseradish.
Yeah.
It's a good sandwich though, man. And,
If you like roast beef.
yeah, but I mean we're pretty good with food up here. I mean we got a food. Look
Good
at our
diversity.
Look at our Wegmans, like our supermarkets. They're massive. You walk in like in the South, they don't have supermarkets like that.
They do
Unless there's
actually.
Wegmans.
They do.
Depends on the place.
Depends where you are.
Some
Yeah.
places, usually they're very specific to a local
Yeah,
region,
right.
but some places have awesome supermarkets.
Yeah.
Other places just awful for miles and miles.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, a lot of those southern areas, they seem to have, compared to our supermarkets, they seem to have lackluster
But
supermarkets.
as supermarket goes, man, a hell of a spread.
Well,
you know?
Wegmans is expanding into the South now too, though.
Yeah.
There's like one in North Carolina, and they just got one in New York City.
Oh, lucky them.
They were all excited,
That's a hell of a store, Wegmans.
But
The first one started in Rochester, New York. I was a kid when it opened up, and everyone wanted to drive over there and see it.
the first one opened.
That was a long time ago.
The first one opened in like 1912 or something.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Rochester being the corporate. That's where they
It
opened
is, but the first one opened like 100 years ago.
Yeah. Well, see, they make up these stories, but it was probably like a corner store somewhere.
Well,
that
yeah. It didn't
you know,
start out as what you
the
know
great
today.
great grandpas
yeah.
had some
It was 3
flour and
generations
milk on a
ago.
shelf or something and eggs.
But it was still called the
Yeah,
same thing.
I didn't know
It
that.
served the same purpose.
Oh, I guess the real store started in Rochester. It was a huge supermarket.
Yeah, I don't know how big the original one was.
Yeah, they're pretty big, about the size of ours. But now they got the bigger. They're even larger. The newer ones they created.
Yeah,
were
they keep
larger.
getting bigger.
Yeah, they do have some bigger ones. But anyway, food is great here, man. No complaints about food. It's easy to get and relatively inexpensive too, even to go out to eat. That's another thing.
Compared
Price.
to, yeah,
That's
New
a
York
factor,
City or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
something we should bring up, though.
Yeah.
Because people say Buffalo, New York, and that seems to be received on the other end as New York City.
Yeah.
It's not quite the case. Pretty far away.
It's a big
New York
state.
City is like a 6-hour drive, so it's a bit of a distance from Buffalo, New York to New York City.
And they also have different accents over there.
Totally different. And oddly enough,
Different
in New York
attitudes
City,
usually.
a lot of people in New York City don't even know Buffalo, New York exists.
That's true.
Yeah,
Their
really.
own, pretty much their own little secluded world over there.
Considering
Totally
it's the second
isolated.
like biggest city in the state.
It's in the same state and they don't even know.
They don't
They've never
even know.
been there. They don't know what it is.
Yeah. Relatively speaking, our city's pretty small. And when you
Yeah,
drive by
Buffalo's
it, it's
small.
like maybe 2 miles. You're past it. You're past the tall buildings, I should
Right,
say.
right.
Yeah, the actual city's very small.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Well, it was built like 100 plus years ago, and then they haven't really expanded since.
Yeah, right. That's true. Oh, yeah, were they around for the hell was that, World Fair?
Yeah.
The original World Fair or something?
Yeah, one of
Because
the
all the
early
all the ships used to
1900s.
come here. We used to have ports and
Yeah.
A lot of activity here.
Erie Canal.
Yeah,
into the Great
100 years
Lakes.
ago, over
Yeah.
100 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, it turns out Buffalo was a really booming city.
In fact, didn't they even have electricity here?
Well, no, we had like
kind
the
of.
first like
So,
operational.
yeah, Tesla had like a hydroelectric dam or something like that here, and it's
Yeah.
still there.
It's still there.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
operational, but
Right.
you can see it. It's actually on the Canadian side,
Yeah.
is my understanding.
Yeah.
You could see it from the Buffalo side of the falls.
Yeah, he lived
Niagara
here, right?
Falls.
Tesla lived.
Yeah.
Tesla lived here. Was he playing with high voltage here too?
Presumably.
No, he was in New York with that like big thing he
mean,
built.
yeah, there were.
Is in New York
I
City?
think
New York
there were
City, yeah.
things
Oh.
happening, here, but I
Outskirts,
don't know.
obviously not downtown.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There seems to be a fairly rich cultural history that nobody really knows about or
It was
tells you
all
about.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
But we got some serious older homes here too, and the architecture is pretty cool here too.
Well, for the same reason.
Yeah,
It
a
was
lot of
all-
people. In fact, the younger generation is starting to buy into these 100-plus-year-old homes and
Yeah, but there's a
redo-
problem with
scraping the paint off the
That's
old
the
woodwork
problem.
to expose. Yeah.
that. Redoing it is quite the project.
Oh, it's labor intensive. It's years. It's a
Yeah.
labor of love, But
And the prices are going up.
well, you could buy a finished house that someone already put all the labor
Well,
in.
yeah.
It's over $1 million, I think, which is in this area is a mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, our housing that's another thing. It's gone up the last few years.
Gone up a lot.
Yeah, a lot, almost
Still.
probably double on
Almost
the lower
double,
end.
yeah.
But on the average end, we have 300-400 grand. It hasn't changed a lot.
I guess
you know?
not.
So I mean, you think about it, for 350, 400 grand, you get a 2,500 square foot home, 2,500 square foot. Well, 2,000 square foot. It's
Depends on where you're living.
It's a
Right.
good sized house for the money. Like you look anywhere else, a garage would cost that much in California, right?
Oh, that's probably cheap.
Just the land the garage is
Yeah.
on would cost that much. Like a quarter acre, it's probably $500,000. So
The cost of living's fairly low.
it's not bad here. Yeah,
It's not super low, though.
it's gone up. It's gone
Yeah.
up. Yeah, 5-10 years ago it was really a good deal. Now it's starting to average up, but it's still all right. If we're all in, we all had our homes, so we G2G. You guys probably damn near doubled the value of your house in the last 5 years, which is amazing. So
Yeah, the last few years it really went up.
yeah, a lot.
It was flat for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of just lucked out on that one.
Yeah, tell
in
me
the
about
market at the right time, and at the time it was good interest rates,
yeah.
so it was just like perfect storm. Because after I got my house, interest rates started going up, and housing started going up.
Yeah,
So,
but the interest has even stayed.
but
very
now
low
it's back down
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
I think the reason is demand. I think there's a lot of people have moved here from other areas, because it is reasonable. And
Yeah.
you got a pretty good influx of new people in this region that you didn't have before. I think.
Well, especially since the recent pandemic caused some people to reconsider
Oh, right.
their living arrangements.
I think
If
it's
you
been going
were
on
living
for a
in
while.
big city, yeah, but now especially
Yeah,
if you were
right.
living in New York City or something, or a very expensive city,
Yeah.
if you were living there for access to services and whatever restaurants and stuff, concert venues, all this stuff is shut down basically, right? So you really can't do the things you are living this expensive city for
Yeah.
anymore. You can't go to the concerts because there's none of them happening. You can't go to the fancy dining restaurants; they're all closed.
Yeah,
So,
right.
and
Not
so-
only that, they're driving people nuts over there to begin with
well, a little bit.
with the political side of things and all that crap. So, but yeah, and the costs involved in the city are way higher than here
Of course.
for everything.
Yeah. So some people are deciding to move out.
Although
and-
pizzas are still reasonable, I guess. Everywhere, they're $16 here, so I don't know. They're
people
probably
aren't
20
thrilled
something
with
there.
$30 pizzas.
Yeah, right. I hear you. It's just a pizza, but that's one thing we do have a lot here is pizzerias. I think we have as many pizzerias as we do Starbucks around here. It's just,
Supposedly we have our own style of pizza.
yeah,
A
I don't
buffalo
know.
pizza, like apparently that's a thing. The
Yeah.
standard pizza you get from a pizzeria here,
Yeah.
it's like a little bit thicker. It's not thin, but it's not thick.
Yeah, with a pretty good amount of cheese.
Yeah, like that kind
Yeah.
of pizza. That's apparently a buffalo
Yeah?
pizza, and
I
then
don't
you
know.
don't get. That's what the internet tells me. I
Yeah.
don't know if I believe it, but
I don't know.
supposedly.
It is different,
Yeah,
but it's not like it's like in between Chicago and New York, something in between.
Even though we're in New York.
well, anyway, we've been blabbing enough about Buffalo. So if anyone's got any questions, fire away in the comments. You want to know anything about Buffalo, New York?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for putting up with us today. Take care of yourselves.